it's your favorite girl Candace back with another video. As always, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you turn your post notifications on, so ring the bell down here, somewhere down here, so you can get uploads every time we upload, and smash that like button. And with that being said, let's just get it. All right, y'all, so I had a lot of people writing me asking me about my BBL and just life after having a baby with a BBL. I kind of briefly talked about it in my life update video, but I still had like people asking me, and on my previous BBL video that I first made when I was like, I think 6 weeks or 6 days post-op, and I never like really like made any videos after that. I'm gonna kind of talk about that in this video. Just talk about like weight gain and just my results now, and you know how I feel about it. So on February 7th, 8th, 9th, I don't remember the exact date, I went to Dr. Miami, as y'all would know him, Dr. Michael Salazar, in Miami for a Brazilian butt lift. He took the lipo, or he lipoed my abdomen, my back, my upper abdomen, and he injected all that fat into my butt. I told him specifically I wanted a big butt, but not too big, and he quoted it on his Snapchat when he Snapchatted the whole thing. You know, I'm about 2 years post-op, and not even 5 months after my surgery, I got pregnant. And I had a beautiful baby boy, and of course with that it did alter my results, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I look like now. Just to kind of give you guys the rundown, you know, when I went in for my surgery I was 138 pounds. Prior to that I was actually 173. I got like really big after having my daughter the first time, and when I went in my BMI was too high. So, you know, I kind of, like, the thought of having a BBL kind of just left my mind. I knew I wanted it, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to lose weight. Well, years later, like, not even years later, but months later, I decided to go, like, through a, like, transformation, like, health, try to be more healthy. And before I knew it, I lost 40 pounds, and I got down to 138. And I thought, hey, you know, and I didn't even lose weight to get the BBL. I just lost weight because I was actually honestly gonna go on a trip, and I was tired of being the fucking fat girl of the group. So that inspired me to lose weight, and I wanted to take pictures with everybody, but I was so sick and tired of taking pictures with the group of girls, and I took up the same amount of space as they did. It would be them three and then like me, and it was like this, and then I was like this. So I was like half the picture, and I was tired of being the ugly fat girl of the group. Well, I was never ugly, but I was tired of being the fat girl of the group. Anyways, I lost the weight. So when I got down to 138, I put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, oh, I have a lot of money. Oh, I wanted to get a BBL. I've always wanted a BBL, so why not go for it? And voila, I was convinced. I convinced myself. I had no question in my mind who I was gonna go to. I knew I was gonna go to Dr. Miami. I followed him for like 3 years. So of course, them telling me I had really bad stretch marks. Well, I didn't really have really bad stretch marks, but I had stretch marks in the front, and they told me that I would need a tummy tuck in order to have that flat look that I really wanted. Because I had stretch marks, my skin was loose, so by having lipo, that skin is not gonna, you know, tighten up. It's gonna droop because stretch marks indicates loose skin. And I had a baby when I was in high school, and I was super tiny. That's thus leaving me with those stretch marks. I just decided I'll get a tummy tuck when I'm done having kids. So of course I went through the BBL. I liked my results a lot. One thing that I will say is that I didn't really have that much of a projection as I wanted. I mean, it was my fault. I told him I didn't want it too big. I showed him pictures, and he was like, okay. But then I told him I didn't want it as big, so don't do it too big. And what I also recommend if you're ever going for a BBL, make sure you tell them to put a little bit more than what you want. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but after you get out of surgery, a good percentage of that fat does die. And when you get out, you're gonna think, oh, you look good, but that butt is gonna shrink because it's swollen. And again, fat cells die. So when I got out of surgery, I was loving my results. But of course, as time went down and the swelling went down, my butt kind of did go down a little bit. It was still a lot more than what I had, and it was still a nice butt, but it wasn't like the butt that I wanted. So I told myself I was gonna go back, but of course I got pregnant. I know that was supposed to make a long story short because I made a video about talking about this already, but now fast forward, I had my baby. I had no complications during my pregnancy. However, when I did give birth, I didn't actually get any new stretch marks, but I did, however, gained weight. Like, I was gaining weight like crazy, and that was like the same case with my first kid. So I should have known better. Like, I was nicely formed throughout my pregnancy. I'm gonna drop a picture up in here for an event that I was at. My butt looked really, really good while I was pregnant. So I was a cute pregnant. But then once I had my baby, just for some reason, I just kept gaining weight, gaining and gaining and gaining, until I ultimately got to like, okay, I got to like 180 pounds. Sheesh, I'm 4'11". 180 pounds is a lot of weight to gain. After my surgery, I was 128. And then, of course, gaining all that weight all the way up to 180. That was a lot to gain. And after I had my son, I was about 175-ish. And I ultimately flatted out at 173. Again, like, why the same number? But the thing is, my body did not look like how it did the first time when I was at 173. My face, my arms, everything was still slim. Okay, my face and my arms are not that slim. The thing that I gained the most weight at was my breasts and my butt. My butt, holy fucking shit, it was ginormous. My boobs were, like right now, I'm on a weight loss journey, but right now my boobs are like the biggest I've ever, like none of my bras fit. Like what, like I don't even know what to wear. I'm wearing nursing bras still, even though I'm done nursing. Like nothing else fits. And like I told myself I was not gonna buy no new clothes, because that's like accepting defeat. Right now, I've been on the diet for about 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and currently I'm at like 165, and my goal is to get to 145, because if I go any lower than that, I don't want my butt to get any small. Like, I want a big butt. Like, that's just what it is. That's like why I got a BBL. So just really quickly, I'm gonna show you guys again. I need to move the camera back. Okay, I moved the camera back, but again, like I said, I'm on a weight loss journey, and I'm okay with showing you guys my body right now. So again, my stomach is not flat. It was a little bit flat after my surgery, but of course after having a baby, that changes. Your body's gonna change naturally. I still have like a curve like right here. I used to have really, really bad back rolls, and I don't really have that as much now. And these are probably the worst pants to show you guys because they're black, so you can't really see. But my butt is still like, and like my stomach is like, you see how it's not, like after my surgery I was like this. But I'm not like that no more. But yeah, let me see if you can see. You can't really tell. You see how like my legs are all the way back here, and my butt like kind of comes out more. But so yeah, pretty much I got fat. I'm in the process of losing weight. Again, I'm super scared to lose weight just because like I don't want to lose my butt. Like if I could have it my way, I would just literally leave my butt like where it's at and lose weight everywhere else, but I know that's not how it works. So my goal is to lose all the weight, and then if my butt does get a little bit smaller, I am gonna go in for another BBL. But I have different doctor in mind. I don't think I'm gonna go to Dr. Miami, just because like Dr. Miami, he's great. I love his staff. I love him. He's fun. He does amazing work. But just to give like an honest review, like overall, I would consider like my experience like with Dr. Miami a 4 out of 5 stars. Just because like again, like my projection went down a lot, and I didn't really have like the butt. Like if I was gonna pay $10,000 for a butt, it's actually more than that, because I had to get a place, I had to get the nurse, I had to get a lot of supplies. So, and for me, I wanted to stay comfortable, and I wanted to stay somewhere nice. So I got like a really high-rise like condo on the river, on the bay side, and it was North Miami, like literally like 7 minutes from his office. And it was really, really expensive, about $5,000 total. So $5,000 on top of the actual surgery itself, which was $9,995. It kind of got pricey, and then the nurse, and then the supplies, and then like my transportation, all that stuff. Like yeah, I drove down there, but it still costed like a lot, especially like how I was doing things. And I told myself I was gonna put myself a $20,000 budget for my entire surgery, so it pretty much ate all of that. So like, don't get me wrong, you do not need that much to get surgery. You know, you can get like a nice place, a decent place, way cheaper. For me, you know, since I make a lot of money anyways, it was okay for me to do that. Yeah, it was like kind of like business at the same time, because I was doing business at the same time and I was doing like a lot of other stuff. So it like worked to my benefit. My goal is to lose the weight, and I'm gonna get another BBL, but I think I'm gonna go to a different doctor, only because like I said, the projection with Dr. Miami wasn't like where I wanted to be. And I'm pretty sure I could have told him that, but I don't know, I just rather give another doctor a chance to work on this, you know? And not only that, like in Miami, you could get a BBL for a way better price. And not to like knock Dr. Miami in any way. Again, if you want to go to him, I definitely recommend him. I just feel like, you know, I think like literally a week after I paid for my surgery, their price for a BBL went up. I don't remember the actual price. I know it was like I know it was over 11,000, and I think that's kind of steep, especially like with there being so many like places you could go to in Miami and like all over the world. Like I know Miami is like the mecca of BBLs. Like it's not like his work is changing, you know what I mean? It's not like you're getting more for the surgery. It's just because now he's so popular that his price is going up. And I don't know, I want to try somebody else. I already have a couple doctors in mind that I know that actually works with him. So I'm still staying with the Dr. Miami family kind of thing, but I just want to give somebody else a chance and kind of like, you know, really like put in more. So I want to lose all the weight, and I'm going to go to a new doctor. I'm also going to get a tummy tuck, but I do want one more kid. I do recommend, if you want any kids, like get the kids out the way first and then get the procedure, because you don't want to waste that money, you know? And another thing also that a lot of people want to know is like how is the weight gain process? Like, where did all the weight go? And I know I kind of explained that already, but basically it went to my breast, it went to my arms, my face, and my butt. Literally the places that I got lipo at, barely any fat accumulated. Like if I pinch, like before when I would pinch this, it would be like thick, because like the fat is under your skin. So it used to be like really, really thick. Now when I pinch it, it's like a thinner layer. Like yeah, there's fat, but when I pinch it, it's hard to explain. You know how when you go ahead right now, watching this video, pinch your fat, like obviously this is doubled layer of fat because I'm pinching two pieces together. But like if you kind of half this in half, like the actual fat under the skin, for me it used to be like really thick, so when I'd pinch it, it'd be like this. Now when I pinch it, it's like this. One thing that I had a huge question on was, okay, so when you gain fat, do you get more fat cells? Because just to kind of give you guys a little science lesson, like your body has fat lipids, and which is fat cells. And for me, I was wondering, like, okay, when you gain weight, do you get more fat cells, or do those fat cells get bigger? And I was told that the fat cells actually get bigger. You don't create new lipids, you don't create new fat cells. The fat cells that you have are the fat cells that you have, that you're born with and you keep forever. They just, as you gain weight, those fat cells expand. So when you gain weight, you're not getting more fat cells, they're just, these fat cells are expanding more. Like when you eat, those calories, all that stuff, all the proteins and fats go into your fat cells and they expand, thus making you, you know, blow up. Now, when you get lipo, they're taking a lot of that fat cells out of that place and putting them somewhere else. And fat cells act uniquely. So this fat right here may hold on to more weight or gain more weight quickly, or gain more than maybe in my stomach. You know, you get what I'm trying to say? So that's why some places in your body get bigger than other places in your body. Like someone like me, I gain a lot of weight in my stomach and the fat above my butt. Like what? Like how do you gain fat like up here and not here? Like what's going on? Some people gain fat in their thighs. I don't gain really that much fat in my thighs. It was all my stomach, my arms, and my back rolls. Like the places that where every female does not want to gain weight at. So yes, so my stomach was one of those areas, and my back rolls were the areas that for me held a lot of fat quickly. It would gain faster than any else in my body. Since he moved those little guys to my butt, now it's still gonna act the same. That fat cell is still gonna act the same. So now when I eat, the weight went to my butt and wherever else he put the fat at. And that's why they say, like, when you get lipo, like, you can still gain the weight because there's still fat cells there, but it's gonna gain a lot slowly than what you did before. So that's a plus about lipo. They say like lipo is not a weight loss procedure. It's just to like kind of shape and tone and kind of like lose, like get a, like, it's like for inches and just for looks, but you cannot get lipo to be skinny. Naturally, I still had this on my sides and my front, but I still gained weight there, but just not as much as I normally would have. And it's not like getting any bigger, if that makes sense. Like obviously it can get bigger, but it's doing so at a much slower rate than my butt and my boobs. The reason why I'm not gonna get lipo, because I want to get lipo, I just think it's so weird when people get lipo and their arms are big and their face is big and this area is big. Like the fat, this is one fat that I just cannot get away from, the fat on the side of my breast. I just think it's so weird when somebody get lipo but they're like big everywhere else. Like you have like a waist like this, but your top half is looking heavy. For me, I'm gonna lose the weight, then get the lipo, and then I'm gonna be looking like But yeah, I'm gonna have one more kid, so I'm not gonna get my tummy tuck until after I'm done having kids. I don't know what else I could add to this video. I think that's pretty much it, guys. So if you guys have any more other questions, you want me to make another video, definitely leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to answer any of your guys' questions. Again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Excuse me. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Turn your post notifications on by ringing them bells down below. And last but not least, give this video a thumbs up if you found it informational. And yeah, guys, I will see you in another video.